Good morning, everybody. I pray all is well. I want to come and do a quick recap. Today was a really quick day for me. It was a losing day for me. So this is my first losing day in my Express funded account. It could have been profitable. So I will say that it could have been, but I'm going to take you guys through my mindset and everything like that. So with me saying that today could have been my first my fifth profitable day for like withdrawing, that's a big deal because in Top Step when you're trading with them, after you get funded, you have to have 5 profitable days of $250 to be able to withdraw. So today would have been my fifth day. I think sometimes when we have like a milestone to reach, sometimes this is not for everybody, this is for some people, and probably the majority of traders. When you know that milestone is coming, you kind of get like anxious, or you're filled with this adrenaline because you have a need to want to reach that goal, right? I had a need to want to reach that goal, and I'm on a time crunch today. So I just think those two things mentally just got to me a little bit. And so I've placed 3 trades today, which is normally above how many trades that I really want to be placing. And I'm going to walk you guys through why. Now, technically, I placed 4 trades today, but one of them was in my personal account at 7 o'clock or around 7 o'clock. So I'm going to take you guys through that trade first, okay? If you're new to my channel, I trade a system called TMP. It's a system that I've created. I've been trading that system for the past probably 3 years now. And it's the only system that I do trade. It's more of a supply and demand system, okay? It's just dealing with the highs and the lows and trend trading. So let me walk you guys through what it was that I was seeing on these time frames, okay? So on the 5 minute time frame, let's go back to that time frame first. On a 5 minute time frame, because we can clearly see it on this time frame, you could see that there was a high, there was a low, and then price made a higher price here. Okay, the buyers came, pushed priced up, and now we have a new high. At this time, I want to be a buyer. The reason why I want to be a buyer is because price is going higher. That's simply, as simple as stated. We have to trade what we speak. And that is something that I teach a lot. Trade what you speak. And so I dropped my daughter off to school. I came back home, and around 7, I decided that the market had pushed up. And so I entered the trade off this bullish candlestick here. And I took profits a few pips shy because I started to get a little bit sleepy. So I took profits a few pips shy, but my targets were back up to the highs for at $22,384. $22,384. That was a profitable trade on my personal account. Okay, now there is a difference between trading before the open of the New York Exchange when you're trading futures, indices, currencies that, well, I won't say currencies because they're more of an 8:30 thing. So I would just say like the futures market, okay, or stock options. There is a difference between trading before the open at 9:30 and then trading after the open at 9:30. If you trade before 9:30 a.m., the volume is typically low, which means you're not going to get as many points. So you're able to increase your contract size if that's what you want to do, right? Now, if you trade after 9:30, you're going to see that you're going to have more volume in the market, meaning your stop loss and take profit size is probably going to be 2 to 3 times more because there's more people trading, there's more volume, there's more activity in the market, right? So that's something that you want to look out for and ask yourself, do I want to be a person who trades with less volume? That means less risk and yes, less points, but I can increase my contract size over time safely. Or do I want to, be a thrill seeker and trade after 9:30? You don't have to have as many contracts if you don't want to, or if you do, but at least you'll get more volume in the market, right? So that's something you have to ask yourself. Now, What I was seeing going through the same process as if it was an uptrend, same thing as downtrend. I saw the market was pushing down, right? This is some very good volatility, high volatility, which means not a lot of momentum. You can see the seller so clearly. Price is just going down, 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 down. And here's my mistake, okay? Because we have to talk about our mistakes because it touches on efficiencies. If you're not used to that word, or understanding how that hurts, how your mistakes can hurt the way you trade, look up a man named Van Tharp. Okay, Van Tharp, God rest his soul. He was a trading coach, right? And Van Tharp talks about how your mistakes hurt your efficiency. So if you have more than 5 mistakes in a month, it really hurts the way that you trade. And so you really want to try to get your mistakes down to less than 5 mistakes a month. But yeah, really, really smart educator. He helped a lot of people. I would say more traders in a higher realm of trading, like the ones who are trading with hundreds to millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. So this man was like teaching people how to be super traders. So just look him up, right? Just type in Van Tharp, VAN, and then THARP. Anyway, so I was looking at the market and I saw here around 9:14 that the market made an inside bar, which is right here. And I thought, okay, well, maybe the market might get some more, strength and continue down. So that was my first trade. I got stopped out, right? Then I noticed that, okay, well, if that ideal didn't work, the market made, technically this should be a lower low. Now, this is before the time I trade. That's mistake number 1. So anytime you're talking about your mistakes, list them out. So, mistake number 1 for me is trading before 9:30. Can that work out? Sure, it can work out. Will it always work out? No. Okay. But that's just on this account. Okay. I'm not going to talk about my personal account. That's just on this account. All right, now we can see here at 9:24, this is the original idea before I saw this inside bar. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low. The original idea was for me to take a sell below, let's get this on point. I just say around $22,304, okay? So the market did come, gave us a very beautiful bearish candlestick. I did not enter the trade. And let's talk about how when you have a red day that can impact you. I don't know if any of you are used to Top Step X. And I don't have it on here right now. But as a matter of fact, can I put it on? I can't put it on here. When you lose a trade, your realized P&L glows red. Sometimes when you see that, psychologically, all you see is red, which means to stop. I hate that that does that on Top Step X. I wish we could take that off. Maybe there is a way to take it off. I don't know. But anyway. So all I saw was red, okay? Now, if it's green, it's kind of like the goal to keep going, right? But anyway, so the market opens and it's able to stay below where I wanted to stay below, right? 22,304, and I did not enter the trade. That's mistake number 2. This one trade, and I had a small loss on the first trade, I think like $187, but not entering where my original analysis was hurt me because this one candlestick from where I could have entered, you guys, it dropped over 45 points for me. It's $900, okay? And so, yeah, I just did not end up entering. Then look at it again. Here's another inside bar, okay? Market comes down, selling pressure, buying pressure fails, selling pressure. I said, okay, well, if the market can now stay below this inside bar, I'm going to enter for a sale. I did enter for a sale because I had to follow my rules, and I was stopped out again. Now let's talk about something after this inside bar though. This looks like when the market opened and it dropped, one long drop. So now I'm thinking, okay, now maybe the market can come and fulfill my other original analysis after the market opens, that the market wants to continue in this downtrend. And then no, it did not. Because I lost this trade, so I think that's like $370 something, maybe a little bit more. Probably around that area, maybe a little more. Okay. And I'll show you guys in a second. So this inside bar means that now there's buying pressure. When the when price passes the inside bar, now there's buying pressure. Okay, now the buyers are stepping back into the market, and instead of me changing my theses, I'm still looking at the sales. And sometimes when you lose a trade, because you're so hell bent on either making the money back, or you can't let go of the original ideal and adapt sometimes, not all the time, then sometimes you don't see what's coming after. And I did not see what was coming after. So I dropped down to the MNQ, which is micro NASDAQ, which means instead of me risking every contract is $20, not every contract is $2. I said, let me see if the original ideal is going to work out. And so I did end up entering a third trade for $2 per point, and it did not work out. And had I just adjusted after this inside bar failed, I could have became, and let me erase this, I could have became the buyer and now trading with the buy side, with the buyers to the upside. Okay. And I probably just would have only had one trade, which would have been here to the upside. But that is my trading day. So let me take you guys through what the P&L looks like. Okay. So yesterday I was up to around $1,700 and more. Okay. Now I'm down to $1,128. Hurtful. I don't like that. Okay. Taking 3 trades today made my trade win percentage go down. It made my profit factor go down as well. Okay. But my average win to loss ratio is still up. So that's good. All right. Yesterday was my most profitable day, my best day. But today with those 3 trades, I did end up giving back the majority of my gains from yesterday. All right. Now, I have taken a picture of every trade that I was in. That's why this is glowing yellow, because I have to journal. So that first trade that I ended up getting into was a negative $170 loss. And it was just at one contract NQ. The second trade was negative $355. So if I would have stopped and not placed that third trade, I would have only been down like $500 and something dollars. Okay. $520, I think. But that third trade, now I want to show you guys the difference between NQ and MNQ. That third trade, had I went in on NQ, probably would have been another $300 loss, but it only ended up being another $91. Okay. That's the difference between NQ and MNQ. You can see the size is different too. I normally place 1 to 2 contracts, but I was able to place 3 contracts because, once again, if you are trading micros, your micros is 10% the contract size or the lot size you would normally go into. So while MNQ is $20 per point, if you take 10% of that, that's $2. So now your lot size is $2 per contract versus the full 20. Okay. But all in all, I mean, here's a good thing about this. I'm still in profit, right? I am still in profit. This is only my first losing day. The second good thing about it is, even if tomorrow I come back and I have a profitable day, as long as it's above $250, I can still make a withdrawal. So that's the good thing. This negative day doesn't bring me back one day. I can still have a negative day, still have a profitable day, hit the milestone of 5 days in profit, because it does not have to be consecutive. That's the good thing. It doesn't have to be consecutive. And I can still withdraw. Now, will I withdraw? It depends. I may take a little bit. But the thing about withdrawing is, once you withdraw, I think that's, you know what? I need to look into this. If I withdraw, will it still affect my trailing drawdown? Now, let's say I take $200, right? I have a profit, I take $200. Does that buy into my $2,000 limit? I need to read on that or ask support. But anyway, if y'all know the answer, let me know. But anyway, negative day, not the best day today, but I'm okay. Mentally, it's like, this, you know, was my bread and butter today. That's the biggest mistake I made today, was not entering on the original analysis. And I could have just avoided doing anything else. I could have just closed my laptop off, you know, made my money after this one candlestick, closed my laptop, and, you know, went on about my day. But I didn't do that. So, you know, it's just all lessons learned. And the market is the best teacher, you know. And so I pray you guys had a profitable day. And if not, hey, we still get to come back tomorrow. We still get to live. We still get to breathe if God gives us breath. And we get to have we get to renew our minds, and we get to restart. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to lock myself out. What I like about Top Step is that they have a lockout feature. So you cannot come back and trade. And so like, it's like this little sign with an exclamation point at the top. And it says, like, basically I can lock myself out. I'm going to lock myself out all day because I do not care what happens anymore in this market today. I try not to trade after a certain time. But when I lose, I'm not coming back to this market. Like today, I'm not coming back. So I've locked myself out. I cannot place any more trades. And I'm going to come back tomorrow refreshed. Okay. So you guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a safe, blessed day.